It's safe to say that this game was not as competitive as some of us thought it would be. The New York Knicks just destroyed the Philadelphia 76ers by 39 points in game one of their second round NBA playoff series. After the Sixers' big upset win in game seven against the Celtics, many people expected this to be an absolute dogfight of a series, and that's just not what we saw. The Sixers were competitive early in this game, but things really unraveled closer to halftime. The Knicks out-hustled the Sixers on nearly every possession in that second quarter when they started to blow this game open. We also have to talk about how the Sixers did seem a bit unfocused in that second quarter. They were more focused on complaining to the refs than actually hooping for large stretches of that quarter. I'm going to break down and react to everything I saw in this game. Hit the like button for me and subscribe to my channel. I'm Myguyknowsaguy. This is my NBA news and reactions channel, My Guy Knows Ball. Let's get right to what happened in game one. We all know how emotional the series was between these two teams a couple of seasons ago when the Knicks eliminated the Sixers on their home court. I'm sure many of you remember when the Knicks fans took over the Philly arena and Embiid had so much to say. That series seems like a distant memory. The Knicks are definitely a juggernaut in the Eastern Conference, but they're yet to break through to the NBA Finals with this current core. I consider this Sixers team to be my dark horse in the East if they were fully healthy months ago. But reading the reactions of many people on social media after that big Game 7 win against the Celtics, it seems like the Sixers sort of snuck up on many people. Many of the neutral observers in this series started to gravitate towards the idea that the Sixers can really possibly take this series against the Knicks. Things started off on a high note for Philly in this game. Paul George was knocking down a couple of jumpers. Joel Embiid seemed to frustrate that Knicks front court. Karl Anthony Towns got into foul trouble early, and so did Mitchell Robinson. We actually saw the return of Hacker Robinson in the NBA playoffs. There was an uneasy tension in Madison Square Garden in this game when Mitchell Robinson missed 4 straight free throws in the first half, and Mike Brown had to make a quick decision. He subbed Mitchell Robinson out of the game. I had concerns about Mitchell Robinson and his motor or his ability to play more than 20 minutes in a game if Karl Anthony Towns were to ever get into foul trouble in this series, as we often saw in the regular season. Joel Embiid seemed to command or actually want that matchup. He was calling for the ball when matched up with Robinson. Robinson was definitely a bit frustrated before he got subbed out, but I have to turn my attention to Tyrese Maxey and the job that Mikal Bridges did defensively in the first half. Tyrese Maxey had to work extra hard to make baskets that we're accustomed to seeing him make. He definitely wasn't the everyday Tyrese Maxey that we all know. I have to give a lot of credit to Mikal Bridges for the defensive job that he did, and also for knocking down a few three-pointers in the first half as well that really helped his confidence. You could really feel the energy in the building increasing through your TV set when Mikal Bridges knocked down those jumpers. We all know about his well-documented struggles with his shooting metrics this season. On the Sixers side of things, it's actually a bit sad. I mean, Paul George was rolling in the first half. They wasted a great performance from Paul George, but it doesn't matter because the defensive tenacity that we saw from the Knicks, you could feel it through the screen. They were diving for every 50-50 ball. They were blocking shots. They were tremendous with their defensive hustle in transition as well. The Knicks dominated every try-hard metric in this game. OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, and Miles McBride really helped to blow this game open with their defensive tenacity. They took a lot of pressure off of Jalen Brunson. And I have to be honest, Jalen Brunson, he's going to get the headlines for his big scoring performance in this game. He scored 35 points. He had 27 points at halftime when the damage was effectively done. The Knicks went up by 23 points at halftime, but it was really impressive to see Jalen Brunson sort of trying to lead by example, diving for 50-50 loose balls, hustling. He recorded 2 steals in the first half of this game. He wasn't matched up defensively with Tyrese Maxey. A lot of those responsibilities were left to OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, and Josh Hart to sort of fluster Maxey in this game. But Jalen Brunson was matched up defensively with VJ Edgecombe, and there are certain stretches in that game where he did a pretty good job. I think Brunson deserves a ton of credit for his defensive intensity as well. His offensive performance in this game is going to get the headlines. 35 points in only 31 minutes, 8 for 8 at the free throw line. Nick Nurse and his Sixers coaching staff have a ton of work to do to get back on track, or at least try to slow down Brunson if that's possible. Remember, we did see a similar dynamic unfold with the Sixers in their game 1 blowout loss against the Boston Celtics in the first round. I believe they lost that game by 32 points. And if you look closely at what happened in that game 1 loss against the Celtics, they missed a ton of wide open threes. The Sixers were actually 0 for 12 on threes that were considered to be wide open attempts in that game 1 loss against the Celtics. Fast forward to tonight's game 1 loss against the Knicks. Now, in the first half, the Sixers did miss a lot of makeable 3-point attempts. It seemed like every Sixers player was bricking their threes left and right, unless your name was Paul George, of course. Some of it comes down to the level of aggression from 3 as well. The Sixers attempted 30 threes in this game. Nick Nurse is on record saying that he doesn't think that his squad performs very well when they don't attempt many 3-pointers. We did not see enough from Maxey in terms of his 3-point attempts or even his shot attempts in this game at all. Maxey went 3 for 9 from the field, only scored 13 points in game 1. 0 for 3 from the 3-point line. Unbelievably uncharacteristic for Tyrese Maxey. Quentin Grimes only attempted 3 threes and Kelly Oubre only attempted 2 threes in this game. The Sixers are going to have to be more decisive in game 2 and get up more shots from distance, in my opinion. Neither of these teams are title favorites, but as currently constructed, this is the title window for both of these teams. To think back to the Knicks-Hawks series in round 1, we all witnessed the defensive tenacity, the max effort from the Knicks defensively in the final 3 games of that series. Well, that intensity definitely carried over to this game 1 environment. The Garden was roaring in this game. It was a rough environment for a Sixers team that might have had some tired legs after that grueling game 7 win against the Celtics. The early benching of their stars, remember, the Sixers core was benched in the middle of the third quarter in game 1 tonight, might be a silver lining. They need to stop focusing on the refs and actually focus on the Knicks, because in my opinion, the refs were a bit sloppy both ways in the first half. I definitely understand why the Sixers were frustrated at times, but the Knicks continued to play ball while the Sixers continued to complain. I also have concerns about the lack of production the Sixers were able to get from their bench in this game. Andre Drummond was a net negative. He only played 9 minutes in this game. Andre Drummond has to do more so they can take more pressure off of Embiid, in my opinion. Justin Edwards was average offensively in this game. He had 8 points on 2 of 4 shooting in 16 minutes played, but he got torched defensively. They caught him in a bunch of bad switches. OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges, Josh Hart, even Jalen Brunson dominated against Justin Edwards in his 16 minutes tonight. And the Sixers definitely need more from Quentin Grimes. 5 points in 24 minutes isn't going to cut it. He also needs to step up his intensity defensively. He did a great job matching up with both Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown in that first round matchup. We've seen Joel Embiid and Tyrese Maxey bounce back time and time again, but this is a different beast that they're facing here. Joel Embiid has to be more assertive in game 2. They were outscored in the paint in game 1 tonight, 58-32. At one point, the Knicks were up by 40 points and the Sixers attempted 34 free throws in this game. That does imply that this could have been much worse, and that's saying something because they just got destroyed by 39 points. If you're a Knicks fan, you're loving life right now. If you're a Sixers fan, you are definitely scratching your head a bit here, but you're probably still cautiously optimistic. If you're a neutral observer, you're probably telling yourself that the Knicks are the clear favorite to win the East at this moment. In both games 6 and 7 against the Celtics in the first round, the Sixers defended the perimeter effectively. They put forth max effort on their defensive closeouts on the 3-point line. They made it difficult for the Celtics to get things rolling with that 3 ball. But tonight in game 1, the Knicks shot 19 for 37 from 3. They made more than 50% of their threes. That's unacceptable for the Sixers, who are capable of playing well defensively on the perimeter. It wasn't all about what the Sixers didn't do on the perimeter. We have to give credit to the Knicks. The ball movement was amazing. The Knicks were able to win by 39 points with Karl Anthony Towns in foul trouble in this game. That does show you how well their rotation is playing defensively. Karl Anthony Towns versus Joel Embiid was sort of the marquee matchup on social media for this series, and we just didn't see that come to fruition with Cat getting into foul trouble and also the blowout itself. Maybe we'll see that storyline unfold in game 2. It should be really entertaining. I'm expecting a much more competitive game in game 2. You know what they say, the series doesn't start until someone wins on the road. I know that's a cliche, but I'm going to say that game 2 is a must-win game for the Sixers. The Sixers probably need to speed things up on the court, or this series might end quicker than people expected. You have to wonder if Mike Brown sensed some desperation from Nick Nurse in the first half when they resorted to Hacker Robinson tactics when they were only down by 10 points. It did seem a bit desperate to me. Hit the like button for me and leave a comment below about anything NBA related, and I will reply to you. Also, subscribe to my channel and turn notifications on. This is my newer channel, My Guy Knows Ball, to deliver reactions, analysis, news, and opinions from my unique perspective. Help me get a head start by subscribing to my channel. I have so much to share with you. It's My Guy Knows a Guy here on my NBA news channel, My Guy Knows Ball. I'll see you next time.